Welcome back to the read. I, for some reason, cannot get this recording out to you guys today. Hopefully, third time is a charm. I think what I've been missing in my previous two recordings, I didn't set an intention. So we're just going to go ahead and set the intention for peace, clarity, and guidance. Peace, clarity, and guidance through this collective read. This is, as I just said, a collective read. So it doesn't matter your sign, doesn't matter your age, doesn't matter your gender. We are reading for everyone. Please take what resonates and leave the rest. Leave a like, comment, and please subscribe. This channel is growing. We are up to 4 subscribers now. Ooh. You know, every day there are positive changes going on this channel. Oh, and just so you know, I've changed the title to The Read with Leah. The Read, such a catchy name, but when you search it up, all the tarot reads come up. So I had to make it a little bit more specific. So now it's The Read with Leah. Nothing is coming out right now except for the 9 of Pentacles. What a pretty card. You have some type of aristocrat inside of their vineyard. Grapes representing for fertility, production, productivity. With a little bird on his hand. Definitely some type of aristocrat, because only people who are of that class have like bird handling gloves, which this person does. And they're surrounded by their 9 pentacles. This suggests that you're enjoying the fruits, grapes, the fruits of your labor. Very interesting. This card comes after the 8 of Pentacles, one that shows a young man working very hard on his pentacles. He has his gifts, but yet he continues to work on his gifts. He just doesn't get the gifts and stop working on them. He continues to work on them. Those came out, but they didn't flip over. So we don't take them, but we gonna look. Page of Pentacles and the Sun. The Sun came out twice in both previous readings. You know, I really don't like to come on here with, ooh, but it took a fight. It took a fight. I really don't like to come on here with like the cards already set. I think seeing the shuffle is an important part of the process. Definitely an important part of the process, but it's looking like the shuffle is pretty smooth. Certain things want to pop, but they're not coming out. What was this? This was another pentacle and the 5 of Cups. So we're just going to cut the deck and pull from the top. So, ooh, who and what have you been battling? It definitely took you a fight. Death card, yeah, definitely took a fight. Definitely challenging, but you end with the Magician. Very interesting. So I think you have been internally battling and externally battling. You have the 7 of Wands right here, as you can see. The reason why I think this is an internal battle is because you can't see where these wands are coming from. I think it's more symbolic of the unconscious or even the conscious, but it's definitely been an internal battle. And then you have the Five of Swords, which, as you can see the people, there is a little bit of defeat in there, not for you, but for the people that you were battling. So you definitely had an internal struggle and an external struggle in order to get to this place of the Nine of Pentacles. Very interesting. It definitely took, this was not an easy journey. Not an easy journey. I wonder if you are currently still within that internal struggle. I don't know why this just came to me, but you might, I think the internal struggle might be with, after such a long time of struggle and battle, that you're having a hard time enjoying the fruits of your labor because you have been in this struggle for so long. So you are coming to this place where you have all your pentacles, you have your material resources, you have your health, you have your wealth, but maybe it's hard for you to enjoy it fully because of these surrounding energies. Yeah, definitely one was internal, definitely one was external. And it led to some type of death. I wonder if you lost relationships as you were leading up to your Nine of Pentacles, if all your relationships are still intact. I highly doubt it. Maybe you had to leave some people by the wayside. Maybe you had to leave, or some people might have left you by the wayside. Judgment and Page of Swords. Right in the middle there. That's where they belong. Yeah, you went through some type of transformation with the Death card. I don't think any type of struggle like this leaves you unchanged. I think it's very interesting that you have the Death card and the Judgment card. So after you experience this death, maybe it's death of a relationship, maybe it's death to an old part of yourself. But either way, you are being called to awaken to a higher version of self. And I think that higher version of self comes in the Nine of Pentacles. You may be even journeying into the Ten of Pentacles after this, because you also went through a period of the Five of Pentacles, a period of which you were not receiving any charity. You had to do this by yourself. Yeah, you had to do this by yourself. But did you really have to do it by yourself? Probably not, because you just pulled the Three of Pentacles. So these are opposing each other. I wonder if you just have a hard time asking for help. And you have the Page of Swords and the King of Cups. Yeah, you might just have a hard time asking for help because the cards say that you do have community around you. You have the resources around you. You have the people around you. But you have a hard time asking for that help and charity. Look at these people. They're literally crossing a church. They are destitute. They are in bad shape, yet they are walking past the very resource that can help them and bring them charity. And I think you did a little bit of this. You might have had a couple people in your wheelhouse that you just didn't utilize because, you know, sometimes when we have issues, when we are battling something internally, externally, we say this thing, oh, I don't want to be a burden. Oh, I don't mean to say it like that, but that's really what it is. I have to be real. I'm sorry. I have to be real. Like, I don't want to be a burden. Girl, I'm your friend. This is what we are here for. We're supposed to be able to help each other carry the burden so the burden is lighter. What do they say? Many hands make light work. So I really think that you also pulled the Page of Swords for a reason. The Page is a youthful person, but it also symbolizes somebody who is in a learning phase. And you might need to learn how to ask for help. I know there's some people who literally, like, asking for help is basically asking for death. Oh, is asking for, they prefer death over asking somebody for help. We grow up, especially if you're in any of the Western civilizations, individualism is such a core value that we forget that community is the antithesis to some of the ills that we see in the world. Community is the answer. Community is the cure. And I think that you need to learn to be within community. I also think you need to learn to use your words. And words include asking for help when you need it. Asking for help when you need it. You are being called to elevate to a higher position. Right now, you have found, ooh, sorry, I have to say it, but you found some type of comfort in martyrdom. You found some type of comfort in martyrdom. Honey, there's no cause worth it. King of Cups. There's no cause worth your martyrdom. That's when we end up in this petty place where we give to people, but then we're upset when they don't give back. You give everything freely, but everybody ends up owing. Ooh, that was good. That was good. You give freely, but somehow everybody ends up owing. So you're really not giving freely. Yeah, nobody wants to be around a martyr. It's a heavy energetic task to be around somebody like that. And I hope that you answer this judgment call. You are certainly, yeah, you're being asked to come into love. Queen of Wands, charisma, the queen of charisma. You're asking to be elevated out of this low space. You have the death card. Let that part of you die. Let the martyr die. Let it go. It is no longer serving you. You're asking to be called to a higher place of self, a higher elevation of self with the judgment card. And it's going to take you learning how to use your words, how to ask for help, how to bring in community into this very singular journey of yours. We have community for a reason. I'm sorry if this is kind of sounding harsh, but I'm just reading it the way that I see it, my dear. I'm just reading it the way that I see it. You also have the Magician. The only thing you don't have out here is Wands. But you're on your journey, you have the Magician. So it's asking you to put all of these things in a cauldron, heat it up, mix it up, make a soup out of it. I don't know why I just said that. Maybe it's because of the Lover's card. You're asking to unite with yourself. Oh no, they're naked. They're naked. They're naked. I need to get faster with doing that. I have to get faster with doing that. I don't want YouTube to... Okay, let's do this. Let's put these over here because I'm not done reading these cards. Pew, pew. once you answer this judgment call, you have to, with the judgment card and with the death card, you're going to have to be fully like real with yourself. You can't play these games of, oh, I don't need anybody's help. I'm doing this all by myself. I can do it all by myself. You have to get real with yourself with the death and the judgment card when those get pulled. And you can either stay in this energy or you can allow it to die and then elevate. I think once you learn this process of using your words, this elevation, you then finally come into the King of Cups and the Lover's energy. The King of Cups is somebody who is emotionally mature, able to handle the depths of their emotional well. It also symbolizes somebody who is able to handle the turmoil without allowing their own ship to sink. The storm is around them, but they do not let the storm inside. They have a handle of their emotions, and I think this is what it's asking you to do. I hope that you answer the call. I hope this read was not too pointed and a little, it might have been a little bit spiky, but again, this is what the cards are calling us. Please answer this call, and it will lead you to uniting with yourself and with your, not just with yourself, with your higher self. Collective, good read. Can't wait to see you in the next one.